Hi. My live stream usually takes a second to go live, so I just like to awkwardly sit here for 5 seconds. Okay, so how's everyone doing today? Frankly, I should probably make a separate video about this, but I don't know that anyone is really interested in it, and it's also very depressing. So I'm not going to talk about it, but, quickly I will go over it because it is affecting my mental health a lot. Basically, oh no, I feel so bad. So I had a relapse in addiction, and my mom found out, and so I've just been in like horrible like turmoil, like horrible, it's terrible, and I feel maybe turmoil is kind of dramatic. I've been in turmoil. No, but and I'm not gonna get too much into it, but if I seem a little bit down, that's why. But it's all good because guess what? We're gonna watch Amberlynn Reid today. Because honestly, I kind of just want to get back into her. I know. Hi, Jordan Hollister. How are you? I just want to get back into Amberlynn a little bit because I feel like I've kind of shied away from her, and I'm really interested in her, like, psychology. So I figured we could go over her new. Ooh, my chair is so freaking squeaky. I hate it. But like, I feel like if you buy a new one, it's gonna be squeaky in like 2 seconds. So what am I even talking about? So I have not seen this video, but the biggest Amberlynn Reid drama right now, in my humble opinion, is she's very sad because she was not approved for weight loss surgery, which I'm watching some reaction channels, and they are conveying that, like, and I do second this opinion, that it can be a very entitled point of view to be like, I deserve weight loss surgery right now, and I want to be put on the schedule, and I want to meet with the surgeon himself so that I can try to convince him, because I'm very convincing. Now, this is all just fake, and I am so nervous because I looked up Amberlynn Reid to watch this on my YouTube channel, and her videos did not come up, only reaction channels did, and I would be devastated if Amberlynn blocked me. Does she block people? Also, I figured out how to make thumbnails. See, I'm gonna have to log on. Oh, that sucks because I have YouTube Premium. Oh, no, never mind. No, but I was so afraid for a second that she blocked me. No, I'm still happily subscribed. Should I not be subscribed to her? Is that like enabling behavior? I don't know. So today Hey guys. Can I just compliment you on the title, Gore Roll? The title of here, let's get you guys so you can see instead of my face. That's the one thing I don't like about my live streams. Like, when I do a video, I can overlay things so that it's more interesting to you. But especially when I'm doing videos that don't have like this thing, it's like you just have to like kind of look at my face and just take it all in, or hopefully watch something else in the meantime, or not watch something else, do something else. For example, the dishes, laundry. So the title is called Lab Results, Weight Loss Surgery Update, and Am I a Spoiled Brat? Let's continue.
Guys, welcome to a new video. So I finished the Stillwater Girls. I gave this a 4.75 out of 5 stars. And on Goodreads, you can't rate.
How long does she talk about this book with peace and love? Because, listen, I appreciate the bookworms in the chat, okay? You have a place in my heart. Not for me. I wish so badly I could be like you, Amberlynn Reid, so that I could read, but I can't. Like, first of all, it's just, I don't enjoy it. and it gives me a headache, and also that's not the kind of genre that I enjoy. So let's skip this book. Is that okay with everyone?
I did get a phone call from the weight loss clinic, so I have a little update on that. They got my lab results.
Amberlynn, if you're watching this, please don't block me. You can, because boundaries. However, it would hurt my feelings, but that's kind of my problem, so do as you please. Hi, big time Ando, what's up? That's what I'm saying, fam. And like, if you want to like watch an entire live just hanging out, maybe it can be kind of like a meditative experience. It's so funny, all three of us are doing laundry right now because I just realized that I literally have no clothes that are clean.
Results finally, and
well, like, that's an exaggeration. I don't have enough jeans.
And so they tested like a bunch of different things and everything came back fine, besides my vitamin D is very low. So they're prescribing me like a very high.
Does anyone take vitamins? Like, does vitamins like change any? Do vitamins change anyone's like mental health on a positive level to the point where like you would feel the need to tell me? Because it's just that they're so expensive. Like, I used to get them from. This is so embarrassing, but because it's stupid. I used to get them from Dollar Tree. Like, just, you know, the vitamins, I would take an online quiz. What vitamins do I need? Go to Dollar Tree, get me some vitamin C.
Dosage of vitamin D for me to take once a week, prescribed. So I'm actually going to go get that from the pharmacy. So I'm just very relieved to hear that, like, your girl, the results came back pretty well, because I knew that my vitamin D was low.
So, correct me if I'm wrong, but the reason she's doing this is because she got all of this done because of weight loss surgery.
Like, it's been low. It's been very low for years.
Like, something, we'll talk about this later in the video, but something that's been brought to my attention is that Amberlynn, not brought to my attention, I saw it in a few YouTube videos, that she feels like, I could be wrong on this, but it could be that she feels like when she gets the weight loss surgery, she'll suddenly stop craving junk food or she'll be able to eat junk food just on a light basis. And actually, here, we can have a wholesome heart-to-heart addict moment, Amberlynn. Listen, I know you have an addictive personality, same. I'm looking at you right now. It's kind of weird, but as a person who relapsed, and it sucks, but unfortunately, relapse happens. But as a person who relapsed in my addiction, which is insanely similar to eating disorders, it's like they are hand in hand with the thought process. Which is what Amberlynn is struggling with, I think. I mean, is there a difference between food addiction and binge eating disorder? Fuck if I know. I really don't. Oh, ready? Yes, I'm autoimmune. I have to take zinc and B12. Then once I get tested, I have very low D levels. So in the winter, I have to take vitamin D. Yeah, I feel like I don't think I have seasonal depression, but I do think that this... Like, because I live in Chicagoland, and so I feel like during the winter time, you just can't go outside. For example, right now it's raining because it's like spring now. It's just too cold and sad, so that sucks. I don't know why I'm talking about that, though.
Now.
Would you guys like to hear more about the weather? No, but what was I talking about with Amberlynn? I have to pick my nose. Hold on, you guys. Wait.
So yeah, I just know I'm gonna feel a lot better taking this really high dosage vitamin D, because I've taken one in the past and it helps a lot. So another update.
Okay, so Amberlynn seconds it. What I was gonna say was that you, as a fellow addict, one of the main things that we have as a common denominator, I don't understand division, is lying to ourselves and impulsivity. And so by that, I mean, you literally cannot trust yourself, babe. Like, I know, like, that you're like, no, when I get my weight loss surgery, I'm going to stick to it. This is very important to me. No, it's not how your brain works. And it's really tragic, but it's okay, because once you understand that, like, you can work around it and, like, kind of outsmart your own brain in a way.
Have is, you guys know how, like I said, that I found out that I have to go a whole year without binging, and like I kind of had like a little breakdown moment. Like I cried in front of my dietitian. It was,
I mean that is a long time, but it's also like, I was watching Kicking Geese and she was saying like, you have your whole life, you know, and this year, just start using as many healthy coping skills as you can so that you can kick this weight loss surgery's ass, right? But no, she's like, no, I want it now so that I can be fixed. Like, why? Like, I know that other than appearance and probably like uncomfortable, it's harder to do a lot of things, you're still gonna lose the weight, right? It's just one way or another, you know what I mean? If you stick to the plan, which you absolutely have to. Well, I mean, you don't have to, but you could actually die, as far as I know, if you get the kind of surgery she's getting and you rupture it by binging. And then you actually die, and that's on the surgeon's hands. So it doesn't matter if you're coming out of pocket, right?
Embarrassing, but, you know, I just felt very overwhelmed.
You know, I really love to talk. I feel like my YouTube channel really helped me to come out of my shell of just rambling. So, like, I only do that when I'm, like, uncomfortable. Like, I'll only talk like this on YouTube, and if I'm, like, in a situation where nobody's talking or you first meet for the first time, I'll just start talking. I'm like, okay, I can't deal with this awkward silence. Hi, Michelle and everyone. My Google Assistant actually reminds me every Monday to do the laundry. That is genius, and I stand on God. Is that a thing? I don't understand Gen Z, even though I'm literally for sure Gen Z. I would have to be born in 1998 or 1997. I was born in 2000. I read for good vagus nerve function. Really? I did not know that those were correlated. That's insane. That's so cool. That you eat slower. I read it's good for the vagus nerve function that you eat slower and enjoy food. It helps better with digestion. So something I have to work on as you eat fast. Yeah, literally, like, I can relate to that on a spiritual level. Like, do you guys ever eat something and then you're like, I literally was not even thinking about the fact that I was eating the entire time, and I just kind of went through the motions, and now I haven't even enjoyed it, and my brain is, like, still wanting to eat something. You know what I mean? So yeah, but it's so cool that is related to the vagus nerve function. Interesting, maybe not cool, very interesting.
Take advantage at the time and like ask more questions about why this is, or just like understand the situation a little bit more. So I have an option of emailing her. So I took advantage of that option, and I kindly just wanted to like understand things a little bit more. So we've actually been emailing back and forth for a couple of days, and she has explained things a little bit better for me, that like there is someone like above her, a psychologist above her, who actually reads like all her notes on her patients, and they help decide like the further plan for her patients. And the psychologist thinks that this is what's best for me, and so does the dietitian. But she also wants the surgeon's opinion, because everyone is different, every story is different, everyone is a different plan. It's not one size fits all at all. So She's actually talking to the surgeon tomorrow about my story and my situation in particular, and she said she's going to get back to me. I wish I could talk to the surgeon, of course, one-on-one, because it is a lot.
Back up a little bit. I wish I could talk to the surgeon. I don't know. I feel like I would, I don't know. Is that a little bit entitled? Am I off with that assumption? Wait, why does she want to talk to the surgeon? Motorcycles for life?
And she said she's going to get back to me. I wish I could talk to the surgeon, of course.
Oh, because she said that the psychiatrist, whoever, is gonna, the psychologist is gonna talk to the surgeon, and she's like, no. I got this. I could convince him, fam.
One-on-one, because it is a lot of like telephone and like through the grapevine type thing.
Right.
And I would love to talk to the surgeon one-on-one. I understand I can't right now. The surgeon is very popular.
I don't know. I feel like I could be wrong, but don't surgeons make some of the most money out of anyone? So if you want to talk to the surgeon, that would be like $10,000 of his time. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe that's an exaggeration, but I mean, I really do think that the psychologists with like the degree know a little bit more than you. You know, like I feel like it's so obvious, but I've been in that situation where I'm like, listen, Susan, you clearly don't understand. Oh my God, you know what? I can't say that I've never done that. Yes, like mindful eating. A girl posted yesterday that she ate an entire bag of M&Ms in 60 seconds and didn't realize it. Every day of my life. Well, maybe I haven't had M&Ms in a while, but there's something about them that is so good. Like, they're one of my favorite candy. Well, I like chocolate, anything with chocolate.
There's just a way that they do things, and I understand that. So I think after, she talks to the surgeon and communicates to me what the surgeon...
No, but like, really, like, I just feel like if I was in Amberlynn's position right now, I would be like, okay, so I know that I want this weight loss surgery, but these professionals are telling me that I need to wait a year. And so I don't know what I was getting at.
Things should happen. I think I'll have a clearer answer. And I think what would be really helpful to me, and I don't know if this is like, because I have that obsessive side of me, like I was diagnosed with OCPD, which is obsessive compulsive personality disorder. I was diagnosed with that like 5 years ago. And
love it. What's that? Oak. What is Village of Oakbrook? What is OPZD in mental illness? What? No, I said OP. I probably typed it in wrong.
And it was just like a couple years ago, I was diagnosed with actual OCD. You can have both. So I don't know if it's one of these, but it's like I feel like I need to have...
Like, and I know that it's not fun to have someone act the way that they do and blame it on their mental illness, but at the end of the day, I say this all of the time, it's not an excuse, it's an explanation. But I do understand how Amberlynn talking about how, like, I feel like sometimes you kind of, I mean, this is kind of ableist of me, actually, to say. But is it possible that you say, okay, I have OCD. I don't know. I feel like she really does have OCD, though. But you feel like, since I have OCD, I need to live up to that expectation. I feel like that's kind of ableist, though, because it's like, Amberlynn can't help having OCD. And it's, OCD's not cute. And obviously, it can be frustrating for you and loved ones around you. It's a disorder.
My surgery date's scheduled. Even if it is a
more than frustrating, I would say. It's very difficult. And I'm sorry if you struggle with OCD.
Year from now or 10 months from now. I want to know the date. Because for some reason, it's like, I know I'm working towards something big and something amazing and something life-changing. But I feel like if I have that exact date, then it's like I could touch it.
Yeah, but it's like, are you entitled to a date? You know what I mean? It's like, I know that this is the most important thing going on in your life right now, but there's only so many things you can do. And like, I completely understand that. And anyone who's ever had a goal, it makes sense. Like if you're going on vacation, you're like, I want to know what day I'm going so I can plan ahead. But like the reality is like, it's not a vacation. It's, you know, so many other professionals are involved. And first of all, they're telling you that you're not ready. And I know I can't even imagine how frustrating it must be. But I guess there's a silver lining. Not me trying to be all smart up in here.
Feel it. I know it's there. I don't know if that's like part of my OCPD, but I just feel like I need it scheduled. And it's like, obviously, if I don't meet requirements and I don't do what they tell me to do, et cetera, then the surgery is going to be canceled. But it's like, if I do everything they tell me I'm going to do and what I'm supposed to do, and it's like, if I have a date for when my life is absolutely going to change, I can see myself being more successful. It doesn't make sense to you guys, I'm sure. I'm sure it's not going to make any sense, which is fine. But just don't come for me.
So going forward, just so you guys know, we're not going to understand this. Only Amber. Wait, let me challenge that. Challenge accepted.
Don't judge me.
Okay, I will try very hard not to judge you. I'm sorry if I've been judging you. Really, like, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, I mean, I'm not perfect, obviously. Nobody's perfect. Everyone has things to be judged about, I guess.
It seems like more obtainable. It's like I could touch it, I could feel it, I could taste it. If like there's an actual date. I don't know how to explain it. It's weird, okay? It's just because I hate the unknown. I hate the unknown.
Checks out, fam. I struggle from mental illness as well, and like it's what is it called? I just made a video about this, liminal space. So, you know, liminal space is it's mostly a physical place, like it's supposed to be creepy, like you know, a school hallway during the summertime, a bus stop that's empty, you know, because they're transitional places. And the reason that they're creepy in your brain is because of moments like this that Amberlynn is going through. She's going through she's in a liminal space right now. She's in no man's land, like, and it's creepy. It's unsettling for your brain because, you know, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know if it's going to be good or bad, etc.
It's like the worst. So that is something that is possible, because I know there are people, because there's people who have reached out to me who have gotten weight loss surgery. So many of you. So thank you for reaching out to me on my Instagram and sharing your stories. I love reading them and corresponding with you guys. A lot of you actually had your surgery like scheduled for 3 months out. And I was like, okay, so if people can do that, then I'm pretty sure like 10 to 12 months out is possible as well. It's just,
Amber, I relate to that on a spiritual level. Like, you know, most of us, I know that this is actually my opinion. Most of us are inherently selfish. And so it's natural to think like, that's not fair. Why did they get this and I didn't get this? I've struggled with that my entire life. Like, with things being not fair, it's like nails on a chalkboard. It kills me. Libra, when things aren't, I hate that about me, that when things aren't fair, because the reality of the situation is life isn't fair, babe, you know, and it sucks. It sucks. I wish it, you know, but other people are going to get weight loss surgery before you, and people are going to get it after you, you know, you're not going to be the first. Like, I think she might be talking about cases from, like, specific places, from specific stories, and a lot of the time, they're the fastest weight loss surgery time ever. You know, if you do a lot of research, you'll find someone who's able to get weight loss surgery like that. I don't know, that's just my opinion.
It gives me a goal. It's like a physical goal, and there's no unknown. There's no like, oh my God, when is this going to happen? So that is something that I want to talk about with my dietitian and then like the surgeon, because eventually I will be seeing the surgeon, and I'm excited for that appointment, because it's like, the surgeon is like the end all be all type thing. And, you know, for a minute there, I thought it was the psychologist was the end all be all, but it's not.
I had a theory about this, that sorry, you guys. Amberlynn might, sorry, I have to put lotion on because my hands are always so dry. She might, what was I even talking about?
All be all type thing. And, you know, for a minute there, I thought it was the psychologist was the end all be all, but it's not. There's so many.
Yeah, I was going to say, in my opinion, and this could be completely wrong, I feel like Amber has listen, I could be completely wrong, but she could have this side to her, this Karen side that she's not necessarily showing to us, but alludes to. And I feel like if you're a surgeon, the last thing you want to deal with is like a client coming to, is that what they call them? A patient coming to you saying that, I should have made this my thumbnail first of all. I wish I could like screenshot this, but the title is in the way. That's so funny. Yeah, I guess that's it though. Like, the last thing you would want is to have some person trying to come in there convincing you to get like imagine being a surgeon, living the surgeon life, and a patient comes up to you and they're like, I know what the psychiatrist said, but you need to listen to me. And then they like come up with all of this manipulation, allegedly. I don't know what, but you know, Amberlynn has, you know, I think, and maybe confessed to being a little bit manipulative in the past. Could be wrong.
Little tiny things when you get weight loss surgery outside of like the bigger picture and the bigger things that you have to change. It's a lot. And someone like me,
her eyes are really pretty though. That, you know, I was just looking at her eyes and not paying attention to what she was saying.
OCPD, obsessive compulsive personality disorder, where I feel like I have to be in control and I have to have it the right way, and like the appointments have to be
Amberlynn has a personality disorder.
Be the right way in the right order, and it's just like I don't have this control, and I feel like I would have a sense of control if I just like had an exact date and I could work towards that goal. I'm totally rambling.
You know what I wish? So sarcastic. I wish I could win the lottery. You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't it be cool if, this is so stupid, if you could go to like the gas station and you could say, hey, what are the winning numbers? And they just like tell you. Wouldn't that be pretty cool?
Right now, but right? I don't know. I'm just feeling more hopeful. I know in that video where I told you guys like this, you know, this whole year, it just gives me room to fail, blah, blah, blah.
I mean, don't you deserve for yourself to at least try? You know what I mean? Like I've been, like, I'm in that situation right now where I feel like I can't, you know, like I can't, but, you know, you owe it to yourself and the people around you, wifey Amber, to at least try. And if you don't, a second consequence on top of your health, which is the most important, is that you won't be approved again for weight loss surgery. And then it's going to be a saga and you're never going to get it. You know what I mean?
Like, I've obviously had some time to like think on it and absorb the information given to me. And I've had some people tell me that I was a spoiled brat because I was upset. That to me was like...
Who called you a spoiled brat? Is she being spoiled? Let me look up the definition of being spoiled, because I really don't, like, I know what it means, you know what I mean? But I don't know. Of a person harmed in character by being treated too leniently or indulgently. I don't know about that. I just feel like she might be more entitled. Like, I don't know if spoiled and entitled are, like, interchangeable, but I don't think, like, what, do I think she's spoiled? Like, yeah, in some ways, but, you know, you know, I don't think that that's the main term I would use to describe her. I mean, I guess.
Ma'am? Spoiled brat who? No,
Spoiled brat who? First of all, how dare anyone call Amberlynn spoiled? Because she's an empath, you guys. Yes, slow music. I will let Amberlynn know. Hey, Amber, you should listen to slow music. And the fast music ages us. That sucks. because I like fast music. Oh no. Hi, the tall rabbit. How are you doing? I hope your day is going good. You know, it's not going good at all, but it's going really good right now, so that's good. Kira, I don't even know why I would say that. Like, I don't want people to, like, be like, oh no, are you okay? Because, like, so, like, it makes me sad. Like, it's all good. I eat fast. I have severe IBS issues. So I want to learn more on slowing down and staying calm. I have no clue on vagus nerve effects, 80% of that. Yeah, I heard that it's good for you to eat, like, if you're eating, like, food, if you're ever eating food in 3 food groups, eat the greens first because they digest the fastest, and then the carbs, and then the main meat or whatever. If you're vegetarian, then I don't know what kind of vitamins are in meat. Oh, well.
I'm ready to actively change my life, and yes. I know that with weight loss surgery, it's going to make it happen quicker and faster.
On God. Wait, you lost me. Wait, quicker and faster who?
Faster, it's going to save my life.
So are you saying that you couldn't, like, if you were denied the weight loss surgery, would you just be like, all right, you know, I'm just going to die now? Like, I know, like, and I know that you've tried so many times and the cycle and this and that, but also, like, yeah, I mean, it is kind of, like, not, like, it's kind of, like, not the smartest thing I've ever said to tell her to just try, because, like, she has been trying, but at the same time, like, this is your last mile before you get to the end of the race, and you get your weight loss surgery, and then you're on level 2. You know, now you can't mess up.
Hold on, someone's calling me. Anyways, let me answer this, and I will talk to you guys later. But I'm not a spoiled brat. I'm just ready to change my life. Okay, I'm back. I just got off the phone.
I'm not a spoiled brat. I'm just ready to change my life. I mean, you know,
just felt like I needed to finish my thought process. Yeah, I've had time to, like, think and, like, absorb and process, and obviously it was disheartening because, like, in my heart I was like, yeah, I got this. I'm totally gonna get surgery by summer. And it's like,
I mean, we've all been in that situation before, you know, when, like, you want something in your heart but you can't get it because of external reasons. Like, it sucks, but, you know, if I were her, like, I've been in situations like mental health where it's like, you need this, and I'm like, I don't want to do that, but it's like, it's not gonna be skip-dee-doo-dah, it's not cute, you know?
The fact that I was told that, you know, that's probably not gonna happen, like, of course that was a little sad, and it's like, if I wouldn't have felt that way, if I would have just been like, oh, okay, that's totally fine, then I know I'm not wanting this.
I don't know about that mindset, because, what is she even talking about?
And have felt that way, if I would have just been like, oh, okay, that's totally fine, then I know I'm not.
Like, if I feel like that's kind of true to an extent, but also it would be very mature and it would be, you know, I feel like it would be the most mature thing to do, to be like, okay, so the doctor is saying this and I have to respect it. Yeah, of course I'm sad, you know, because this is what my heart wanted, but it's still gonna happen eventually. But yeah, I mean, she's right to the extent that, like, she has emotions toward it, so that means that she wants it. But does she want it for, like, the right reasons, or does she just want it so she can be skinny?
That I know I'm not wanting this at all, because I'm very,
like, the reality, does she even want to be healthy, or does she want to be thinner? You know what I mean?
Very much like instant gratification.
Because, like, Amber has said in the past, like, you know, I could lose weight eating just chips all day as long as I eat them in moderation. Like, what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, obviously, like, you know, everyone's kind of had those thoughts before as far as I'm aware, but, like, it's like, don't you care about, no, I'm such a, what's the word for when you do something but then call other people out for doing it? That word has left my mind. But, that's me. I love to eat junk food. Have you seen the 1,000-Pound Sisters? Oh no. Awake surgery is a thing now? Oh no. Yeah, I was gonna get surgery to get my wisdom tooth out, and he said I might not have to go to sleep because it's already, like, coming through. And I'm like, first of all, thank you, God. Second of all, thank you, God. Because I fear so much. Like, what if you get that thing where you wake up during it, but you can't move? And, like, what if you don't wake up? It's horrible. Like, it's so dumb and, like, stupid. Libra here too, always looking for fairness and balance, right? It's like a problem. Like when things aren't fair, it's like, it will genuinely harm you. It's like, oh my God, so exhausting. Working in pharmacy before, patients try the whole customer is always right thing because they are putting money onto it. However, the patients are not customers. Yeah, that must have been very interesting working in a pharmacy. I agree 100%. The thing is, I weighed 250 pounds and lost over 60 pounds after stopping antidepressants, learning to walk around, and little things like cutting. Oh my God, that's so cool! Cutting wood, cleaning brush, mowing, etc. Nature is a cure, right? Like, when I exercise, my goal is to, like, get out in nature, because, like, if you just go on a treadmill or, like, go to your apartment going back and forth, like, that's fine, but it's also, like, your brain is not into it, and it's only focused on why you're working out rather than the experience of it, and you're less likely to do it again.
That instant. And it's like, I only want that when I really want something. So if I wouldn't have felt the way that I did when I was first told that information, then it's like, that's an indicator that, Amberlynn, you don't want this as bad as you thought you did, you know?
I feel like she's really coming to that conclusion.
So it's like the fact that I did react that way is a total Amberlynn. Like, of course I'm going to feel disheartened, and I'm going to, I've spent my whole life, like my first diet when I was 11 years old, I've spent my whole life yo-yo dieting. And it's like, if I was able to do it by myself, someone just walked past the window. If I was able to do it by myself and be successful by myself, then I would have already done it. And I know that with this extra tool of weight loss surgery, it's going to change my life and it's going to help me.
Actually, I developed my ED when I was about 11 too.
This might be the tool that might actually save my life. Example, if you're trying to hang up this picture and it's like you try to hang it up for 10 years and it's not hanging. You're like, what is happening? You realize, oh, okay, this picture's pretty heavy. Maybe I need a nail. Get that nail. The nail is right there. It's in arm's reach. But they say, you know what?
First of all, Amberlynn, I love this analogy.
Let's wait a year. You're like, damn. I just need that one last little tool.
Well, yeah, but I feel like that's not really a good analogy or a comparison because, synonym. Because, like, you could in theoretically hang up that painting without the nail. You've been trying so hard, but you can do it. And furthermore, you need to continue doing it for the next year in order to get the nail. So you gotta keep trying. And, like, I cannot even imagine, like, the mentals that are happening if you yo-yo diet since the age of 11. Like, if anyone can relate to that, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Like, from the bottom of my heart, like, it checks out that she would have BED.
So I can hang the picture on my wall. That might be a bad metaphor, but that's just the best way to explain it. That, like, my picture can't be hung without the nail, and that's my metaphor for weight loss surgery.
Yes, it can, though. I know that you've been trying for so long, but you just gotta balance that shit. Like maybe try another way other than the nail, because I'm just being ableist at this point. I can't, because, like, I've been in situations where I'm, like, binging, I guess. Like, I wouldn't qualify, like, I don't want to put people who actually have, like, BED, like, and say that I have binged, because, like, I could count on my hands how many times I've binged before. So I can't say that I can relate on a full level, but I will say that, like, what am I even talking about?
Explain it, that like my picture can't be hung without the nail.
Like, when you do struggle with binging, it's not as easy as let's try another way. You know what I mean?
You know, and that's my metaphor for weight loss surgery. Sure.
Love it. I love Amberlynn force.
Some weight on my own, but I can't get to a healthy weight without the help of surgery. And you guys have seen.
Can't is a very strong word and is often used by people who have extremist black and white attitudes who
I've lost 89 pounds multiple times in my life. The most I've ever lost is 116. I can't go any further than that.
Wasn't it 80? What do you mean you can't? I should stop. I get it. You can't. I should stop because I'm just going around in circles.
I need help. And that is why weight loss surgery is there. And, you know, I'm very saddened that people took it that way, that I seemed like a spoiled brat or like I was throwing a tantrum. God, no. It was just I've been so stressed with all of the tests and not being able to turn to...
No, I mean, it checks out that you would be upset, but like disagreeing with it is where I feel like that people felt you were spoiled.
Food for like emotional reasons. And, you know, you have to realize that for years at a time, for months at a time, whatever it may be, whatever era I was in my life, I would turn to food all the time. And already that being taken from me because I'm so serious about weight loss surgery, like already that being taken, it just adds a whole other stress on top of like all the appointments and just everything. It's just been really stressful. And I don't need people to understand that, but I guess it's just like to be called a spoiled brat when it's like, that's not me. That's not me. That is not.
I mean, I feel like if I were Amberlynn, I would get upset. But if you were to take like the high road on this, you'd step back and say, I get how it could come off as spoiled for me to expect a date for weight loss surgery when I don't qualify for one yet. That's all I'm saying.
Who I am as a person at all. And to be told, like,
I feel like your actions kind of do say who you are as a person. You know what I mean?
In a tantrum.
Like, it's all about, something I heard was it's not about how you meant someone to perceive it. It's about how they perceive it.
What? Yeah, I'm sad
because that's really all that matters in the end, right? It's like you could have all the good intentions in the world, but if they're not, you know, it's not helpful.
That like saving my life has been prolonged, and I know a lot of people are like, do it yourself then in this year. Yeah, I'm gonna do what they tell me, but I'm not gonna be able to actively save my life in this year until I get weight loss surgery. Just like I cannot hang this picture.
That's fine. I mean, you could still cruise though, you know, like, you know what I mean? It's like, so say that she loses, I don't know, 100 pounds because of weight loss surgery. I don't know, that's probably not the accurate number for sure. But what if she were to lose 10 pounds this year, okay, and then the other 90 afterward, right? Instead of just 0 and then 100. Does that make any sense?
Successfully, until I have the nail that I need. And I don't know how else to explain that. And I'm just very grateful that like my dietitian completely understands where I'm coming from, because sometimes the risk of getting weight loss surgery is
and like I empathize with Amber. Like I'm just saying, like that's what like someone would do if they were like on their like living their best life. But like I understand being mentally ill.
Less than the risk of not getting it. And that is a very like hot topic of like, which is more risky for me currently. And in my heart and in my soul, I feel like it's more risky.
Listen, I feel like this is something that Amberlynn would really benefit from, and that is the idea that if you have an addictive personality, especially if you have trauma, your go-to at times for some people, not everyone, is to literally lie to yourself, and you don't even know you're lying to yourself because you know yourself best. And so, I feel a lot of things in my heart of hearts, and in my mind of minds. You know what? I feel so many things, but a lot of the time I have to say that no, you know, you struggle from mental illness, and this is a side effect of that. And even though you truly believe this thing, you have to realize, like, it makes complete sense that you would lie to yourself, if that makes any sense.
Risky for me not to get the surgery, because we all know Amberlynn, and I don't hold on to success for months at a time. I don't. Like, I'll do amazing for a couple weeks and then I just fall flat and I end up failing because I feel like I have nothing to work towards. And now I do. You know, I have weight loss surgery to work towards. Bottom line.
What about after the weight loss surgery? What about after that? Like, after that, you're on your own. You have to adopt this lifestyle that is, you have unfortunately proven that you can't maintain. You know, it's okay. It just means that you're struggling with mental illness. I should stop with the mental illness thing. People are like, I struggle with mental illness and I'm not experiencing what Amberlynn is experiencing.
And long story short, it's just this program worries about people with BED or possible BED because
checks out.
You don't want your stomach to rupture after surgery or anything like that. Whether I was misdiagnosed in the past or not, the fact is I was diagnosed and I was seeing a psychologist for
Wait, I thought that so if you did have BED, but now that it's making it so that you can't get surgery, you don't have BED?
Year. I literally had someone message me and they're like, my first appointment with the weight loss surgery place is coming up. And should I lie to them about having binge eating disorder? And I responded to them and I said, no. You need to be honest.
Yeah.
Because, yes.
Obviously. You know what, you guys? Never lie to medical professionals. I'm sorry if I've been the first person to ever tell you that, next to Amber.
For some programs like mine, it's a big setback. I know there's a lot of programs out there where it's not like this. And unfortunately, I'm not lucky enough to have found that program. But it's like,
I even heard that you have to be honest to medical professionals if you, like, smoke. Like, about how much you smoke and all that, because if they do, like, amnesia stuff on, what's that stuff that puts you to sleep? Like, you can stay awake because they don't give you enough, so you might not think it's important, but it is. Like,
there's a big bittersweet because the surgeon I'm seeing, phenomenal. The team, phenomenal. Like, I love the dietitian. I love everyone that I've spoken to at this weight loss clinic. Everyone I've seen, phenomenal. Like, everything that I feel has nothing to do with them. It has been just an amazing experience besides the setback.
I don't know. I feel like with context clues, you can say it's been an amazing experience, and this is part of the amazing experience where I don't relapse and kill myself by accident.
But it has nothing to do with them. So everything that I'm saying is just because, like, I'm an impatient little gal and I'm ready to save my life. I'm fucking ready. A year does seem.
Okay, I struggle with this too, and it's something that I like to call magical thinking, and it's when you put a pedestal on an idea, right? I'm sure you guys, most of you already know what this is, you know, and I think this might be one of those situations because after you get the weight loss surgery, like, I get it. There's this big motive for you to stay the way. But at the same time, it's like, what are you gonna do when you get the urge to binge? You know, it's like, are you gonna be prepared? Or are you just hoping that when you get, you know?
Seems super far, I'm not gonna lie. But it's okay. It's okay. Time goes by regardless. And
so that is the truest thing I've heard from you all day, girl.
In a year from now, I could be in a way better spot, you know? So I have to.
I do know, girl. I do know. That's what I've been saying this whole time. You just summed it up for me.
Really look at, like, the positives of the situation as well. Like, they're looking out for me, and I love.
Do you? Because you're doing some side gestures and closing your eyes.
That. So what I was saying was, like, yeah, someone messaged me and said, should I lie about that? And I was like, what? No. I hope that is not what I am portraying as a person, that you should lie, because that is, no, you need to be 100% honest.
I know that she's admitted to lying in the past, but did she admit to lying about this?
Never even for like 3 seconds thought, maybe I should lie. No, do not do that. And I hope that my story...
I think that's a lie. You know? But to answer your question, yes, I do. I don't have cable, but I watched it when I used to dog sit, and that's when I watched it, and I also watched Zacherymichael's recap it, so...
is not making other people want to lie their way.
I think that she also kind of makes fun of Michael, not Zacherymichael's. His middle name is Michael, not his last name is Michael's. Michelle and Amber, because Amberlynn messed that up too.
Into surgery or out of surgery? Like, absolutely not. But I do feel like, because a lot of people seem to be confused with my whole BED story, diagnosed situation. I do want to, in a different video, because I feel like I'm being so long-winded. I was not expecting this, to sit and just like talk, so I'm sorry. But I think in a future video, I do want to explain the process of me being diagnosed and what was said and that whole situation, because I know there are a lot of people who are like so confused. They're like,
I would love to learn more about that.
how come 1 minute you have it, 1 minute you don't? So I think maybe I should just like go further into detail.
For sure, because like, she's trying to say at some points that she does have it, and then at other times that she was just diagnosed with it.
And you know, that brings me to like so many situations in my life, because I've had people like, your foster care timeline doesn't make sense. And I'm just like, people want to like consider me a liar about everything because they'll only watch like a few of my videos, and then they'll skip some of my videos and watch just like reaction channels and just like hear what reaction channels say, where reaction channels 9 times out of 10 have their information wrong. And it's just like, no wonder.
9 times out of 10. But a lot of them are opinions. So are you saying that their opinions are wrong? Because people are allowed to have opinions.
Why people are so confused. Like, I have flat out seen comments where people are like, no, actually, this is the fact and not this. And like, the fact is so wrong. It's like an actual lie. So it's like, I don't know, people are just getting confused and stuff. And it's like, I need to make a whole video where it's like frequently asked questions, me just explaining.
And then pin it, and then we love that for you, Amber.
Things and timelines and situations and confusions, because it just seems like people are just like so confused about everything I talk about. And it's like, I don't know how. Because I try my hardest to explain myself to the best of my ability without oversharing. And even so, like, I feel like I overshare. So it's like, I don't know what I'm doing over here. I'm trying my hardest.
I mean, I feel like, I mean, obviously Amberlynn gets a lot more hate than the average YouTuber, but when you get hate about stuff like that, it's like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, you think my foster care experience is lied? Okay, delete. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, why?
Like, I literally have envisioned myself making a whole foster care timeline, like actually physically drawing it out to show you guys. Because people are like, I thought you never lived with your parents. How come you say you've lived with your parents? Oh my god, I'm confused. Oh my god, she's lying. Like, it just doesn't add up. Shit doesn't add up. Oh my god.
Wait, are you ready? This is, I think, where she... Oh my god, ready? This is where she got the idea to make fun of Zacherymichael specifically, but doesn't use his name, I think.
I hate when people say that about my life. Or things that I'm talking about or sharing.
She's saying that she hates when Zacherymichael say that it doesn't add up, because he says that a lot. He's like, wait, what does he do? Ready? Alright, let me continue this video.
That might be one of the biggest pet peeves I have with like people watching me, or like choosing to watch reaction channels and like ignoring what I'm saying, but like listening to the reaction channels. Like, that is one of my biggest pet peeves. Shit ain't adding up. Because you're using the wrong math, honey. Like, that's the only reason why it's not adding up, because you're not, it's the wrong equation. You're doing multiplication in a division book. Like, you're,
darn it.
What?
I'm supposed to make the calculator be able to say error, okay? But anyways, yeah, I think it's because you feel misunderstood by reaction channels, which checks out, because I feel like if you have reaction channels, like, they probably do get some, like, and make assumptions about stuff, and it's difficult to watch people talk about your life, but, you know... To say that, like, like when someone says something doesn't add up, like, that doesn't necessarily mean they're wrong. That's just their perception of it.
I have some more steps I need to do, because
I guess, I don't know, like, I'm just saying.
It's 4 p.m. and I'm barely at 2,000 steps. So I need to do a little bit of this. Earlier I was reading while walking. I had my book and I was just like, do. How you doing today? So.
I can barely read at all, let alone read and walk. I can't even chew gum and walk.
Yeah. I also heard, like, people aren't believing my steps, and someone actually said, yeah, I work retail and I barely get 3,000 steps a day.
Does anyone count their steps? Because I would get a Fitbit, but it's just too expensive and I don't like watches. But Does anyone count their steps? Because how many did Amber say she was getting a day? Like 4,000? I don't remember. She's probably going to say it. But, what am I even talking about?
10 minutes a day? Like, I don't get it.
No, like people who work in retail and like do a lot of physical activity were saying that they get less than Amberlynn claims to get. Wait, ready? Thank you guys for hanging out. Funny to imagine doctors used to endorse cigarettes. Right, like that happened. The government's trying to play games with us and pretend it didn't happen. I wonder if Amber has ever been tested for lymphedema. Is that how you pronounce it? Is it lymph? This whole time I thought it was lymphedema, but it's lymphedema? Whatever, I'm over it. That's where you have severe water weight in your legs. I knew a heavy lady where she was small above but bigger on the bottom half. Yeah, she does have lymphedema. She does. So I honestly don't even barely know what it is, other than what you literally just said. But that's it on that. I don't know if it affects her weight loss journey or what. Yeah, but like, what if you're away from your phone? Thanks for hanging out, though. I appreciate you so much. Your phone can track too. Normally I check it. I don't know how accurate it is, though. Yeah, I could probably, you could probably just turn on a setting, right? That'd be kind of cool. But anyways, what I'm trying to say is that maybe Amber just takes really small steps.
Because if you're working retail,
or maybe she just does this.
And are you like walking? Because if you're walking for 8 hours a day, you should be getting a lot more than 3,000. So either your Fitbit or whatever is counting your steps.
I used to work in retail. Yes, there's a lot of walking involved. In fact, it's one of the only things you do.
It's inaccurate because when I just go to the physical grocery store, it's like 2,000 steps. Easy peasy. So I don't know, folks. I just feel like I have never lied about my steps ever. And people just want me to be lying about everything. They do. They just want me to be lying. Like, I haven't lied about anything. And people just out here, that's a lot. That's a lot. This whole video is a lot. Like,
an average American walks 3,000 to 4,000 steps a day, or roughly 1.5 or 2 miles.
How? Like, it makes my brain hurt. Like, physically, like, my brain hurts when people are like, this whole video is a lie. When every single last letter and syllable that I said in the video is 100% truth, this video is a whole lie. I'm just like, oh my.
I mean, it's gonna happen, whether you have a little bit of haters or a lot of haters, people are gonna misinterpret you. Like, you know what I mean? It's not something to get like your brain hurt about.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's just exhausting. It's so exhausting.
I'm sure. Like, Jesus.
Anyways, I'm gonna go, and I will see you guys in my next video, my next vlog. I know this vlog was just me like talking a mile a minute. It's just sometimes I just need to express myself and express concern and explain myself, and I literally could continue this conversation for the next lifetime. Like, I could still talk. I could just ramble on forever, I promise. But I actually need to go to the pharmacy before it closes. Do pharmacies close at 6? I don't really know. So I'm gonna go do that. I'm probably gonna take a little Uber. I get so much anxiety. Felina's working, and
I hate taking Ubers.
Want to bother her. She's always willing to help me whenever, but it's like people have beat it into my head that I can do things on my own. No, I don't drive by no means, but I don't need nobody. I can do everything on my own. That's why there's Ubers, okay? They're there to help people who don't drive, and that's okay. Anyways,
yeah, but usually the reason someone doesn't drive is because of some underlying reason that you would want to check out, you know what I mean? Unless, like, you just don't drive, because a lot of people in, like, United Kingdom and Europe, they just don't drive because there's buses everywhere. But in America, it's really common for people to drive.
I'm gonna go
because everything is so far away from each other.
I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Love you. Bye.
What do you guys call it? The chemist, mates. Yeah, she's going to the chemist. But yeah, I guess that's it. Is Amberlynn Reid a spoiled brat? Let's look at the comments, I guess. Yes, guys, should I get this $41 hoodie that says merch on it? The #1 liked comment. Amber, I don't think this helped your case the way you thought it would. You said you weren't throwing a tantrum, but when you explained what was actually happening, the thing you described was still a tantrum, right? It's like, I can say, you can say whatever you want, and I know that the word tantrum isn't fun or cute, but like, if it's what happened, then it's, I understand that it's hard to have no control, but control of your situation is what you got here. You can't just work on finding ways to feel in control of the journey. You have to find ways to cope with letting things be out of your control. You have to prove to yourself, to these people before they'll schedule your surgery, and they've told you exactly how. That's what you can control. The rest is not up to you, and you have to learn to be okay with that. I know it's hard, but it's the only way. Aim on God. Girl, they are not going to schedule surgery until you're approved. You can't expect them to change their policy just for you. Also, just because some other have experienced things another way does not mean that it'll go that way for you. All offices and doctors are different. Stop comparing yourself and journey with other people and telling you they did. Just focus on you and what your team is telling you. So true. If you're motivated for a date, set one for yourself. Go from the past binge, move forward. These aren't setbacks, they're goals. Right, like Amber should go to like an Overeaters Anonymous group and like get chips for it. Like, this is my 30-day chip, no binging. You know what I mean? Like, iconic. This has more comments than what I just said, or more likes than what I just said was the top like. This has 291 likes and it was up 4 hours ago. How could anyone think you're a spoiled brat? You spend thousands a month on takeout, groceries twice a week. Yeah, that's something interesting is that, like, you know, I'm not judging how often you guys go grocery shopping, but I would say the average is like maybe bi-weekly, and by bi-weekly I mean a fortnight, like once every two weeks, not 2 times a week, and or once a week, right? Like, but Amberlynn goes twice a week, which is expensive, and it's interesting because she gets a lot of food, and then her fridge is empty still, so it's like the food is being eaten. And spend money on random garbage that we'll never see again on Amazon. Who could ever say such a thing about a grown woman who's only ever mooched her entire adult life with her girlfriends and has practically no responsibility, yet still doesn't want to take their health seriously? Shit. Shit, Noel. The issue is when you say, quote, I don't hold on to success for long, I fall flat, then I have nothing to work for, you are admitting that you are not ready for weight loss surgery. You will plateau. You will have months where the scale doesn't move at all, and you will give up with this mentality and ruin your progress. Thank you. That's an issue that keeps you from surgery. Amen to that. Like, it checks out, you know what I mean? I promise you 10,000% that you attempting or even asking to call your surgeon is going to get you nowhere. They don't just talk to potential patients over the phone and tell them and let them try to convince them to do surgery. That's not how it works. They're going to end up dropping you as a patient with your insane manipulation tactics and backtracking with your BED diagnosis. They can smell you from a mile away, no pun intended, as they see people exactly like you hundreds of times a day. They can see right through your tactics. This housebound era is somehow even more boring than the bedbound era. It's so frustrating that you feed into your alleged diagnosis when they fit your narrative, but once they don't serve you anymore, it's like they never existed. Genuine question. You acknowledge and validate your OCPD diagnosis, but invalidate your BED. Why? It seems like BED is a less convenient diagnosis for you since you said you don't have is a less convenient diagnosis for you, so you've now said that you don't have it. but you've been diagnosed by both you and professionals. But you've been diagnosed by professionals, so your BED is no longer valid. Why is your OCPD not put into question? I don't know. Quote, I want to talk to the surgeon myself, unquote. Let me rephrase that for you. I want to manipulate and convince the surgeon that I am ready because I don't want to accept that I have to work on myself for a year and I can't have what I want right now. Love it. She's been watching the 1,000-Pound Sisters. Quote, sometimes the risk of not getting surgery is greater than actually getting it. That's exactly what they said to Tammy. The surgeon should deny you. If you aren't willing to do whatever it takes, you shouldn't have it. That's so true. Oh my God. Because if you're not willing to give a year of your life in order to start this weight loss, then what are you willing to give? You know what I mean? The rest of your life forever and ever? If you're not even willing to give 1 year? If you need a surgery date in order to stay on track, then you aren't ready. I'm 21 years post-op, and I've mentored many people pre-op to 1 year post-op. She's too all over the place. Sponsors would know. She loves being diagnosed with a new disorder. Love that for her. Love it. All right, those are all the main comments. Let me see if y'all are up to anything in the chat. Hanging out. Sorry, my phone's being weird. I stay positive that sometimes somebody pointing something out that you do publicly is a lesson for new goals. Right? Your phone can track too. I normally check on that. I don't know how accurate it is though. That's cool. I gotta start tracking my steps. I use All Trails when I go on a hike to track how many steps I did. I use my house and outside as a gym, right? I hate the gym. It's just horrible. Pull weeds, dust, carry wood, vacuum, etc. All steps and good for goals. That's amazing. Like, first of all, iconic. Maybe Amber should try that. Her only exercise should be cleaning because wifey cleans for her. As far as meat, best I found is venison. It's lean and easy to digest for IBS issues. Venison? Course, you have to hunt for it. Hamburger makes me sick for some reason. Checks out. Hamburger does not sound like the best for IBS for sure. But yeah, I guess that's it. I don't know. I hope Amber's doing well, and all we can do is, hope that she, if she is approved for surgery, even if it's a year from now, hopefully she can do it successfully. I don't know. That's super inspirational for the end of the video. Yeah, but no hate to Amberlynn Reid. I know that it's not as easy as just doing it. You know what I mean? So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me in today's live. I appreciate you guys so very much for hanging out with me because it makes me feel like less alone in the universe. Make sure to give the live a thumbs up, subscribe, turn the bell on if you're feeling risky, comment below once the video's uploaded because it helps with the algorithm. I don't know why, couldn't tell you, but it works. And make sure to become a member. It starts at 99 cents. You get early access to my videos. You get to pick my videos and many more other perks. My teeth are going back to the way that they were before I had braces. And thank you so much to all of my members, including Jordan Hollister. And thank you so much. Stay strong. Bye all. You are awesome. Thank you so much. I will, and I'm doing better. So I appreciate you guys. Have a good day.